Hello, my name is Alan Contreras. Today we'll be talking about listening skills on this blog. Listening skills is actually one of the most important skills that we have. Listening skills is actually the one we tend to use the most, but we really don't focus on it. Listening skills is actually defined in 5 ways. The first one is we select. Are we interested in the topic of what is being discussed or said? The second one is attend. Now that we've decided we want to listen to what is being said, we make a conscious effort of listening to what is being said. The third one is we understand. Does it make sense? Does what is being said make sense? The fourth one is we remember. Can you remember what was being said from the speaker or the presentation that was given to say later on? The fifth one is actually respond. The most important one, I believe, just because it really shows that the listener was really listening and paying attention to what you were saying. And the way they do that is by providing feedback. If they provide feedback, all of the ones that I said prior to this is what they did. And there's actually 50% of what we listen to is gone. The other 25%, 8 hours later, is gone. 10%, 2 months later, we tend to forget. So with all that calculation and all that, about 10% of the information is obtained from what we hear. There's actually 4 information processing barriers. The first one is information processing rate. Processing rate, 500 to 600 words is what we can obtain or listen to in a minute. 125 words is about what we say. So that ratio can really conflict with the listening skills. The second one is actually information overload. I think information overload, cramming in or getting in a lot of information from someone all at once, can make it really difficult for someone to really understand and listen to what is being said and obtain the information. The third one is actually receiver apprehension. That one, I believe, is like when we tend to really stress about and worry about trying to obtain every single information that was being said, but then we tend to really forget to listen and we don't capture all of the information. Shifting information or shifting attention. Shifting attention is actually one where I find that I fit the most because I tend to get distracted super easily. Basically, shifting attention is basically, can you multitask? If you can, so great. If you can't, that's not so great, but it's okay because that only allows you to listen to one thing at once and actually captivate and have your attention. And that for me, I think, is really hard. I tend to get distracted super easily. But of course, there's many ways you can improve listening skills. Listening skills can be improved in many ways. Getting rid of any distractions, turning down volumes of any noise that's around, actually paying attention to the listener, looking at the listener. If you're at a presentation or anything, I was always told to sit up straight, look at the speaker. Eye contact is one. And don't ever prejudge the speaker. Don't ever try to anticipate what is being said after. And I feel like if you do all those things, you work on those things, your listening skills would improve significantly. And there's actually 4 types of listening skills. 4 types of listening skills available are relational, critical, analytical, and task-orientated. The first one, relational. Do you want to connect with the speaker on an emotional level? The second one is critical. You're really good at obtaining all the information before jumping to a conclusion. The third one is analytical. You second guess. You basically asking questions, stuff like that. The fourth one is task orientated. It's basically giving the directions to a completion of a task is basically what it is. And yeah, that is pretty much it.